Hello everyone, Jonathan Schlack, EAS&Weather here. Starting off with a severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect for parts of west central Nebraska that is in effect until 7 a.m. Mountain Time this morning. Again, that is in effect for parts of western Nebraska. And the primary threat is isolated large hail events to 1.5 inches in diameter are possible. And the summary indicates a few elevated supercells may persist through about sunrise with the potential to produce occasional large hail of 1 to 1.5 inches in diameter. Again, there is a severe thunderstorm watch across parts of western Nebraska until 7 a.m. Mountain Time this morning. And going over to the Day 1 outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, there is a slight risk for severe weather that encompasses far southwestern South Dakota, the western halves of Nebraska and Kansas, eastern Colorado, eastern New Mexico, northwestern Oklahoma, and western Texas. That is where we have a slight risk for severe weather today. And there are two areas where we have a 2% tornado risk today. There's one that encompasses southeastern New Mexico and west central Texas. There's another that goes across far east central Wyoming, southwestern South Dakota, the western halves of Nebraska and Kansas, far eastern Colorado, far northwestern Oklahoma, and the extreme, far north central part of Texas for today. And within the slight risk area, there's a 15% risk of damaging wind gusts 58 miles per hour or higher for today. And within that, there's also a 15% risk of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger. And there are, if you see the black dashed areas, which there are two of them, there's one across northeastern Colorado, southwestern Nebraska, and northwestern Kansas, and there's another across southeastern New Mexico and west central Texas. Within the black dashed areas are 10% probability of 2-inch diameter hail or larger within 25 miles of any given point. So, those areas have the best potential to see hail of 2 inches or greater. But in general, again, there's a 15% risk of hail across the yellow areas of 1 inch in diameter or larger. And the black dashed areas have the potential to see 2-inch hail or larger. And the summary indicates scattered severe storms, including a few supercells, are expected to develop across the central and southern High Plains region, including portions of the Big Bend of Texas this afternoon. This activity should evolve into organized clusters while spreading into the adjacent Great Plains later in the evening. Severe wind, hail, and then perhaps a couple of brief tornadoes are the expected risks. And going into tomorrow's risk, hold on. There we go. Sorry, this thing takes a little bit to load sometimes. Anyway, for tomorrow, there's a slight risk that encompasses the eastern halves of North Dakota and South Dakota, western Minnesota, the western half of Minnesota, western Nebraska, western Iowa, northeastern Colorado, and northwestern Kansas. So, northwestern Kansas, I should say. And within that, for tomorrow, there are two areas where we have a 2% tornado risk. One across eastern North Dakota, northwestern Minnesota, and far northeastern South Dakota. And there's another 2% tornado risk that encompasses northwestern Kansas and central Nebraska. Again, one of the areas is eastern North Dakota, northwestern Minnesota, and far northeastern South Dakota, and another across central Nebraska and northwestern Kansas. And within the slight risk for tomorrow, there is a 15% chance of wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or higher, and there is a black dashed area that encompasses far northeastern corner of Colorado, central Nebraska, and northwestern Kansas. That is where we have a 10% probability of wind gusts of 65 knots or 75 miles per hour or higher. So, and going over to the hail, there is a 15% risk of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger across eastern North Dakota, parts of central and eastern South Dakota, far northwestern Minnesota, northeastern Colorado, and northwestern Kansas for tomorrow. And going down to the summary, strong to severe thunderstorms are possible from the northern and central plains into the upper Midwest on Sunday. So, anyway, stay safe across the affected areas today and tomorrow. I'll try to capture alerts, but I have plans today and tomorrow, so I'm just giving you a video update to reference today and tomorrow, but I will have another update tomorrow. And I'll try to capture alerts later this evening after my plans today. So, stay safe in the affected areas today and tomorrow. And I'll give you another update tomorrow. Take care.